Welcome back to our Let's Play of Fire Emblem Three Houses. When we last left off, we had recovered the hero's relic, the Sword of the Creator, after defeating a bunch of Western Church, or maybe not Western Church. Well, they said they weren't uh, invaders. Let's go with our supports. Edelgard and Petra.
Petra, you seem to be flourishing in your new environment. Is all going well for you?
Lady Edelgard, everything is well with me. Thank you for your question. Everyone shows great kindness, even while I am still learning about the language.
I'm glad to hear it. After all, a Bridget Royal like yourself is of vital importance to the future of the Empire. If you ever need anything, please let me know. It's my job to watch out for you after all.
If that is your want, I will rely on you if I have the need. However, I will not have that need. I can resolve any problems that occur by myself.
I don't doubt it. Perhaps I'm worrying too much. I just don't know what I would say to your family if something were to happen to you.
Do not spend your worry on me. In Bridget, there is a phrase we say. You cannot shoot two birds with one arrow. Bridget and I are that second bird. Your first target is your ambition. Can you disagree?
There is certainly truth in your words. I do have ambitions that transcend all else for me. When I ascend the throne, there are certain things I must do. Tell me, Petra, who do you think I am?
Huh?
I will tell you. I am Edelgard von Hresvelg, and yes, I'm attempting to do what no one else can. I'm prepared to shoot two birds, or even three, with a single arrow. That is the least of the impossible things I will accomplish. If you don't need my patronage, then prove it. Show me your power. Never settle for being the bird. Be the arrow instead.
I will take your words to my heart, and you will be seeing my power. I give you my promise.
Alright. And Linhardt and Dorothea.
I do believe a nap is in order.
Ah, this is lovely. Just feel that breeze.
Dorothea, whatever are you doing here?
I was thinking of relaxing here, but it looks as if someone else is lounging in my spot already. Taking a nap in public like this? Really, Lynn. The nobles look down on such behavior.
You do know I am of noble birth.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm just teasing. You never do act very noble, though. Why is that?
Each person must follow their own way. This is how I prefer to live. Even if some of the more pretentious nobles like to poke fun at my ways.
Doesn't that bother you? I mean, really? It doesn't hurt your pride or anything?
What use is pride? It doesn't feed nor clothe you. It offers no warmth on a cold night.
First time I've heard a noble say something like that.
Well, most nobles are... oh, what is the polite way to say it? Fools. Yes, they are fools. As for myself, my father is the Minister of Domestic Affairs, and he has pride enough for the both of us. For example, did you know he and the Minister of Military Affairs cannot get along, although they value each other greatly? His pride gets in the way, so he can't make amends. That is why there is discord between civil ministers and military officers in the Empire. And so pride serves no good purpose in politics either. So tell me, what use is it?
I wonder if bad blood between civil and military leaders is somewhat unavoidable. The Minister of Domestic Affairs is in charge of all civil officials, so if they just give in easily, their subordinates would lose respect, right? I get the feeling that if your pride isn't equal to the responsibility you bear, then you aren't fit to lead. Also, I happen to think pride can be quite charming.
And how necessary is charm? It just gets in the way of living your life.
If you lack charm, nobody will give you a second glance.
Right, which means more time for napping.
Lynn, you can't really believe what you're saying, can you?
I think he does. Alright, that's just me, Bailiff, and Lady Rhea.
Welcome, Professor. This is the first time I have welcomed you here, is it not? There is no need to be nervous. Please, come closer. When you speak with me here in this room, you are not speaking with the Archbishop, but with Rhea. It's just me. Such a sweet child. My apologies. I should not be treating you like a child. As Gerald's kin, somehow you don't seem at all a stranger to me. Speaking of Gerald, may I ask if he ever spoke of me to you? Is that so? Unfortunately, I am unable to believe that such words fell from Gerald's lips. I want you to know that you are free to speak candidly. There is no need to spare me from the truth, however harsh it may be. Since you are here, shall I tell you about the Gerald that I knew? By the look of it, you haven't heard much about his time at the monastery, have you? When I first met Gerald, he was quite young. Why, he could not even grow a full beard at that point. On one fateful occasion, the band of mercenaries he belonged to fought alongside the Knights of Seros. I was traveling with the Knights at the time, and Gerald jumped in front of an attack meant for me. He was gravely wounded, on the verge of death. I tended to his wounds in a desperate attempt to save his life. Thankfully, my efforts were not in vain. Gerald managed to escape a seemingly certain death. I made arrangements for him to receive further care at Garrick Mach. The moment he was deemed fully recovered, I invited him to join the Knights. Well, it is not a story I have often repeated. Even at the monastery, there are not many who know that. I tell you this because, to me, you are the child of the one who saved my life all those years ago. And also... Never mind. It is nothing. I simply wanted to say that I trust you. By coming to visit with me today, you have... Well, suffice it to say that my day is brighter than it otherwise would have been. I thank you for that.
You're welcome. Alright. Exploration.
A stone? A stone. I do not understand. Yet, as I think of it, the pounding in my chest grows faster still. But is that me? Or is it you?
Right. Alright. Weapons able to receive at the altar. For renown. There's quite a bit of missions to do, huh? Nimbus Troid, someone who avoids sunlight. That would be a Constance. Forgot her name for a second.
Hey you, listen up. I've got something to report.
Yes, Invisible
Actually,
Man.
if I recall correctly, which is my job and passion, there were reportable happenings up top as well. That's why I'm still stuck with Mr. Backup. I'm still here by request of Lord Seteth. You can never be too vigilant. Truth be told, I'm used to the guy by now. Not Yuri, though. He shoots him a pointed glare every time he walks by. How eerie is that?
Elfric used to use his position in the church to look out for Abyss. He basically set this whole place up for us. Then some scandal or other forced him out. Gotta wonder what got the church so riled up.
Yeah, that's part of the DLC mission, which we'll probably do later on. But this is a good point to get the DLC mission, because if you do, because you have the Sword of the Creator in the DLC, so if you do it before now,
Need something? See you again soon.
obviously, be a little awkward.
Nice sword, Chatterbox. I like how it lights up. That's a neat trick. But now that you have it, the church is gonna want to use your power for their own ends. Are you gonna let that happen?
No.
Good. Glad to hear it. You gotta think for yourself. You're too good to become one of their stooges.
Thank you. Nothing over here. Ooh, nice iron sword.
It's like this. The best fighter in Abyss? Balthus, probably. Yuri's definitely the most cunning. Constance is the strongest with magic. The most dangerous of them all, though? Happy. You've heard the rumors, haven't you?
I have.
What do you know? You're a busy one, aren't you? Always on the road. Being a professor seems like a tough gig. Back when I was first enrolled here, we rarely traveled. The Battle of the Eagle and Lion was about it. This really stirs up the old memories. When I took part, my house lost. May have been my fault. It's hard to believe, but I was pretty rash back then.
No, not you.
Think I can join in again this year? Bet you could pull some strings and make it happen, yeah?
Miklon. I know that guy. In Northern Fargus, he's pretty well known. But not in a good way. The guy does what he pleases. Attacking towns in Margrave Gautier's territory relentlessly. Stealing food and even abducting women. I may be the leader of a bunch of thugs, too. But I'm nothing like that slime bag.
Alright.
A bit. I've got folks who follow my lead, but the similarities end there. A hero's relic can turn a slimeback like Miklon into a knight. I know you've got one of those shinies yourself, but don't go doing anything reckless.
Of course not. Where's Constance?
This.
She's not down here. Interesting. Wonder where she is.
Hello there.
Alright. So I'm up here.
Hey, I could use a hand.
Never visited the sauna. It's popular with the students, the knights, everyone really. It's a good place to relax and watch your words away. Give it a try. Sure. Someone who wears eyeshadow. There's a couple people that wear eyeshadow. But I'm pretty sure that's Yuri. Let's go in with Sylvain. Since I need to get his thing up. Increase the steam. Increase the steam again. more time. Cool.
Thanks. I'm glad I asked you.
Got that done. Alright. Let's go see if that makeup brush is for Yuri after all.
My thank you so much.
I am grateful.
Surprised Sylvain isn't
I have
higher up
gratitude.
on this list, considering how easy it is to obtain him as long as you play a female character. Alright. Yuri.
It's like this.
You know.
I know you've got.
Is this yours?
Oh, you found it, huh? I've been looking everywhere for that. Thanks.
Alright. So I need to get Marianne's support up, or else I can't recruit her. Where is she? Wish it told me in the Fire Emblem, the new game coming out, Fire Emblem 3 Hopes, at least in the demo, so I'm assuming it's going to also be in the main game. You can see how high your level is with, you know, what am I trying to say? How high your support level is by how blue the letter is.
My thanks.
Oh, whatever. All about crops. Cool. Thank you, do. Nothing here. Nothing here. Nothing in here.
Hello.
Hello. Just making sure I'm not missing any items. Treatises of freshwater fish. Nice. Nothing. Nothing.
I'm not secretly eating cake.
I can take your word for it.
You're getting pretty good at talking through the door, Professor.
Thank you. I guess. Needle and thread. Hides away doing needlework. Well, that's obviously Bernadetta.
I've been looking for this. Thank you so much.
It's a good thing it was right outside our door. Made getting it to her a lot easier. There's a lot of missions this week, this month. Nope. 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 I spotted Felix.
Think of it. The sword of the Creator, belonging to the ancient King Nemesis. You have to master it as soon as you can. I can't wait to face off against such a legendary weapon.
Sure. Nope. 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 There's Cyril. Nope.
Hey, I heard about the things you did. I'm so glad Lady Rhea is safe. I figure you're a great person after all, Professor.
Thank you. There's, Claude. Hey. Just gonna sneak into your room really quick. Hi.
Hey, Teach, I hear you were able to use the Sword of a Creator. That means... What does that mean? Could it mean that you're a descendant of Nemesis, the King of Liberation?
I guess. Though how far removed, who knows? It's been 1,000 years.
Hey there.
Portrait of Lady Rhea. Has an emotional attachment to Rhea. Well, that's obviously Cyril. I keep finding items right next to the person I need to give them to.
Hey, I heard of... I figure... Hey, that's...
Cyril makes a good,
Impressive.
wyvern rider. Hello, Constance.
The next mission is to rout bandits in the kingdom, is it not? I find the idea unsettling. Though the bandits have captured a large prize, they are insignificant in and of themselves. The matter would be more appropriately dealt with by Margrave Gautier or the Fargus royal family. I grant that I am most likely jumping at shadows, but I fear that if Fargus is weakened, the tipped scales will lead to widespread unrest.
Could be right.
Yes, that does belong to me. I deeply regret putting you through this trouble.
No problem. Harvest. Turnips, peach currant, chickpeas, vegetable seeds, and whatever that thing was. Plant. Vegetable seeds, pale blue flowers, and red flowers. Scatter bone meal. There's usually an item here. Like some vegetable seeds.
It's awful. Just awful what happened with the Rite of Rebirth. The infirmary. Well, it was a mess. Things are finally calm again, and so I've come here to unwind. Let me tell you, I put all of my knowledge to use keeping those kids alive. Still, the truth of it is that when someone faces death for the first time, well, they figure out who they are. They learn if they can do it again. We can't lose them, Professor. Not to battle or to cowardice. If you can keep them going, then I will too.
Sure. Golden seeds. Hi. Smithing stone. Flame has a mission for us.
Why is that fish so still? Wait, is it swimming sideways?
I think it's
Perhaps, perhaps it is resigned to its woeful fate of being plucked from the water and eaten. Ah, Professor, you are so outgoing with all of the students. I would like to have more opportunities to connect with you, though I am certain my brother would disapprove. Might you help me with a favor?
Cannot believe how poorly maintained the statues look. Like the clutter on their feet. Possible. Pick up objects that are scattered around the ground in front of the statues. Sure. I can do that. Sounds pretty easy.
Greetings, Professor. Nothing to report. Oh, come to think of it, last month there was something to report, wasn't there? Thanks to you, I hear that everything was resolved. I never realized that bandits had entered. I'm not a great guard after all, am I? I hope you will forgive me one day.
Sure. Iron welding material. Okay. Cabbage.
I could use your help.
Ants are overrun my trade route. Please, can you clear them out? Merchants can reach the monastery. Sure. Right. Battle quest.
Would you help me out?
I will return to the marketplace. Yep, sure. I've already picked it up.
Knew I could count on you.
And now I've got the blacksmith.
Hey there. Come back anytime.
No.
A pike. Looking for lost items. Ferdinand's by the stable as usual.
The coffin of Saros in the Holy Mausoleum should have held her remains. Instead, it held the sword of the Creator. What could it mean?
Oh. Hi, Marianne.
Some people are unhappy because they don't have the crest they want. And some are unhappy because they have a crest they never asked for.
Can I recruit you?
Professor, excuse me. Some people and some...
For an hour further.
I appreciate this.
Benedetta. Not Marianne, though.
Some people and some are...
What does she like in particular? She liked plants. I mean, everybody likes plants, right?
Oh, thank you. Oh, oh,
Oops. Still nothing. I'm actually going to save right here. See what I can do about these. See if I can get her with these owl feathers.
some people and some are... I appreciate... Some people and some are... I appreciate...
Still nothing. Well, I'll just have to...
The head of the Western Church holds the title of bishop. That's not as distinguished as an archbishop, such as Lady Rhea, but it still comes with a fair amount of authority. If someone in that position plotted an assassination, I cannot help but think it must have been instigated by some outside force. There are bishops in the Eastern Church as well, but to speak frankly, they do not have much impact. They are under the influence of both the Archbishop and the Leicester Alliance, so their ability to voice grievances is quite limited.
Right.
Oh, that man I walked past earlier. That wasn't Lord Rodrigue, was it? House Fraldarius is a powerful noble family, linked to the founding of Fargus. Lord Rodrigue, its current leader, is a magnificent warrior. He's known as the Shield of Fargus. A dozen or so years ago, during the Northern Campaign in Srang, he performed splendidly as the king's right hand. Come to think of it, wasn't there someone from House Fraldarius amongst this year's students?
That would be Felix.
You acquitted yourself honorably last month. To think they'd go into the Holy Mausoleum and assault the Goddess Tower. I cannot imagine the Western Church was acting on its own. Someone must have been helping them. As for the masked knight who escaped, his days are numbered. I hope we find him soon, so I can kill him myself.
Oh, bloodlust, aren't we?
I am Rodrigue Achille Fraldarius. I bear the great honor of serving as a lord in the kingdom of Fargus. I have come in Margrave Gautier's stead to retrieve their stolen relic. However, as I hear it, a group of students is to attend to this matter. I sincerely hope no harm comes to any of them.
Those would be my students.
Professor, I'm so sorry my older brother is causing you all this hassle, Professor. Don't misunderstand. I always thought he was a piece of garbage. But I never thought he'd steal the relic. I can't wait to see his face when he realizes I'm in the group that was sent to take him down.
Yeah, you tell that asshole. Oh. Sure.
Great weather today. Perfect for shutting yourself inside, don't you think?
Definitely.
I'm glad you get it. With great weather like this, there'll be no one inside to bother us. I love feeling like I'm all alone in the world. Oh, that. Well, I guess I can tell you, Professor. My father's obsessed with money. He's only ever seen me as bait for a rich husband. To train me to be a good wife, he'd do things like tie me to a chair. I tried hard to do as he asked. Honestly, I did. But before I knew it, I just couldn't bring myself to leave my room anymore. I just had this overwhelming feeling of fear all the time. No matter how hard I tried, my father never thought I was good enough. After that, it was just constant scolding. He couldn't say 2 words to me without mentioning how useless I was. An unmarriageable girl. My life was isolated, to say the least. I wasn't allowed to play with other kids, let alone make friends. Soon, I stopped wanting that. I was happiest alone, but even that made him mad. And when he tried to drag me outside, I kicked and screamed so much, I seriously hurt myself. He's calmed down a bit in recent years. His constant torment was replaced with complete indifference. He mostly acts like I don't exist now. If you can believe it, I was basically kidnapped. My mother ordered an attendant to stuff me in a bag while I was sleeping. By the time I figured out what was going on, I was already here. For a while, I was sure I was going to die. But here I am. Look at me, still breathing. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to get you down talking like that about my past. Just forget everything I told you. There's no point in talking about myself anyway. Idiot! Oh, this is why everyone hates you, Bernie! What? No, it's not... Oh, Professor! How can you be so kind to me? I don't deserve it. Sorry. Please don't look at me.
Oh, Bernadette, it sounds like your father is a real piece of shit. Still nothing Nothing with what's her face though. I finally go down there?
A moment.
I can. Citree Eisner. Someone's offered flowers. Interesting. Someone who used to live in Bridget, huh? Well, that'd be Petra, obviously.
Really?
Who? I don't know who. Right. Nothing over there. Hey, Ash.
So the whole plan to attack the monastery was some plot devised by the Western Church? That means they used Lenato. What right do they have to drag a good man like him into their schemes?
Right. Mercedes.
Isn't it strange? Saint Seros' body was missing from her coffin, but they found a sword in its place. Do you think she moved from her coffin and left the sword behind?
I suppose so.
Pardon me.
Up there. Nope. Lots of cats.
Okay.
I've had a chance to spar with Gilbert of the Knights of Seros before. I couldn't get a single strike in. If that man is accompanying you on your assignment, you can rest assured that no harm will come to you. To be honest, he kind of reminds me of someone. But no, it must be my imagination, right?
Must be.
Right. You guys have it bad in your own way. But believe me when I say we've got it bad too. With all that happened last month, a great many knights were dispatched to the Western Church. And now we must set out for the Eastern Church, located in the far east of the Leicester Alliance. If I must die in Alliance territory, I wish it wasn't in the mountains in the middle of nowhere. I'd much rather go on a sightseeing trip to Deirdre. Oh, you don't know? Deirdre is House Regan's domain. It's called the Aquatic Capital.
Cool. Alright. I've reunited with my daughter. 2 years apart. There's... I don't know what to say. Just love her and treat her with kindness. And that would be Gilbert. His daughter is Annette, but they don't really go into that unless you recruit Annette and Gilbert and increase their thing. Art book. Art book would be Ignatz, I think. Right.
You have helped me so much.
Now, I believe I can spend renown here.
Need something?
Alright, so let's get lances.
You're all set.
Axes.
This one. You're all set.
Swords.
You're all set.
And bows.
You're all set.
Brawling.
You're all set.
Reason.
You're all set.
Use experience, gain authority skills by 1 while instructing.
This one. You're all set.
And faith.
This one. You're all set.
Is there any ones that say support? No.
This one.
Get all the experience point ones.
You're all set. This one. 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 You're all set. This one.
More divine pulse.
You're all set. This one.
More flying.
You're all set. This one. You're all set. This one. You're all this one. You're all set.
More riding, more divine pulse, more
This
heavy
one?
armor.
You're all set. This one. You're all set.
Alright. I use a lot of
This
swords.
one.
And I have a
You're
lot
all
of magic
this one?
users.
You're all set. This one. You're all set.
Alright. Let's wait until I get 2,500 and finish Saint Mersuil. I don't think I've seen Ignatz. But then I haven't been all the way around the temple yet.
I am trusting you. You must be rather bewildered by the power that was hidden within. However, know that I believe in you. I have no doubt that you will use that power justly.
Thank you.
You will most certainly fulfill the grand destiny that the goddess has seen fit to grant you. May I ask a favor of you?
I'm going to join you for tea. Right. So, tea of the
I'm
Saints.
pleased to have been invited. I am grateful.
This is a good way to get support with one person. I prefer eating because working together.
Yes.
Plans for the future.
Of course.
And you seem well.
Of course. Have you grown accustomed to living in the monastery?
Chat. Sip tea. Whatever.
How quickly this delightful time has passed. However, we must return to our work.
I appreciate your effort.
You're welcome.
May I ask a favor of you?
It's not easy to just life the monastery. Transition students, please can help them. Find 2 students in your assigned house who are struggling with life in the monastery and give them herbs to alleviate their situation. Sure. What were the name of those herbs? Bravery herbs and enlightening herbs. I guess the bravery herbs are for Bernadetta.
Really?
Leone.
Captain Gerald was all furrowed brow earlier. Do you know what's got him so concerned? If there's a problem, I want to help any way I can.
I don't know.
Okay, I doubt there's anything I can do for him, but I figured I'd ask anyway. Hey, I hope we get a chance to practice together when you find the time. I know I'm in a different class, but you're the only other person here who's learned from Captain Gerald. Hey, you.
Nothing in Gerald's office. Nothing in Sedith's office. Hanneman.
Oh my! The crest of flames? Could it really? Yes, the actual crest of flames! Ha ha ha! No, that is quite enough. I should compose myself. I must remain objective in my research. Objective, professional.
I respect your self-control.
The scandal with the Western Church troubles me. We cannot afford to let ourselves be swept along, and yet...
Here's Ignatz.
Don't you think Professor Hanneman's been acting a bit strange? Maybe he's made some kind of big discovery.
Maybe. Oh, still gotta look over here for items.
Hey, you.
This door is locked until like halfway into the game for some reason. There's nothing in there but a council room.
Maybe. The assassination attempt on Lady Rhea, the theft of a hero's relic. I am up to my ears in foul news of recent. Speaking of, there's a terrifying rumor swirling around Garreg Mach these days. Apparently, a spirit of death wielding a huge scythe has been kidnapping young maidens. Will the madness never end?
The Death Knight? Why would he be kidnapping maidens, though? Alright, let's get out of here. Still got some more people to try and talk to before we, call it. Alright, no items over here. Hi, Dorothea.
So, you have a crest too, eh, Professor? Does that mean you're descended from nobility? You've certainly got the look for it.
Thank you.
I sure do wish there were more nobles like you, Professor. A teacher, a mercenary, and so very mysterious. How could a girl ever get enough?
I do believe you're trying to seduce me.
Swinging a sword about in a holy mausoleum? The potential for damage is too great to imagine. I sincerely hope the saints' coffins were not damaged.
I don't think so.
Were you using magic? I've heard you weren't, but it's torture not being able to go inside the holy mausoleum for an entire
I think
year.
Linhard is the other person who needs the herb. Yeah, enlightening herbs.
I'll gladly take this.
Professor, if you're heading to the kingdom, I would recommend taking a coat. It's chilly, even at this time of year. It also rains a fair bit. Don't get caught out there without protection, or you're sure to catch a cold.
Thank you. Raphael, Hilda, Cynthia.
I thought school life would be peaceful and quiet, with a sprinkle of drama to keep things interesting. But since you arrived, it's been one thing after another. Is that just a coincidence, I wonder?
I believe so.
Oh, I was just kidding. Anyway, as I said before, I do like having a little drama in my life.
Still can't give her a gift. Encyclopedia of Sweets. That's definitely like Cynthia.
Aristocrats are fools, allowing their lives to be dictated by their crests. Though, I suppose I am much the same in that regard. Hey! That's mine! Thank you for finding it!
Got it. I didn't actually give the art book to Ignatz. Crap.
The Leicester Alliance is governed through roundtable conferences between the 5 most prominent allied dukes, the 5 Great Lords. First and foremost is Duke Regan, the Alliance's leader. Joining him are the heads of House Goneril, House Gloucester, and House Ordelia. Lastly, there is the newest addition, Margrave Edmund. These 5 each have voting power in the conferences. Before House Edmund, it was House Daphnel that was counted amongst the 5. However, it is said that the head of that family relinquished their vote to House Edmund, which had only recently risen to significance.
Interesting. I'm sure we'd learn more about that if we did the Owl Feather. Good.
Hey, Professor. Don't you think everyone's making too big a fuss over these crests, or heroes' relics, or whatever they're called? How important can that stuff really be?
I don't know.
Personally, I don't even care that I don't have a crest. I'll take muscles over crests any day. Heck, I'll take muscles over a hot meal. Actually...
Alright, let's quickly go here. Give Ignatz that art book.
Hi. Don't you think maybe he's... Oh, that's...
What's left? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 people.
Yes. This has been my first time to the Kingdom's North. I hear the people of North are cold and have much loneliness. Professor, I hear you have worked as a mercenary in the Kingdom. Did you find joy in this? You cannot remember? Is that having possibility? I have amazement.
Sure. Here's your exotic
I
feather.
had lost the place of this. You have my thanks.
I heard a relic was stolen. If this had something to do with a family conflict, I don't think I could choose a side. What if it's some kind of powerful weapon? I want one too. I know relics aren't easy to come by, but I'd still like to get my hands on one.
Alright, got about 5 minutes left. Let's see if we can finish most of the people up. Gotta look in here though. Missing items like those. Bait. Seeds.
Right, right.
You there!
Not seeing any items. Oh, there's one. Some tea. Edelgard and Hubert.
For a hero's relic to be stolen, it's unheard of.
And just last month, the sword of the Creator was almost stolen too.
Also quite unheard of. What impudence.
For House Gautier to invite us onto their land, they must be desperate. But at least we'll have the stalwart knights ready to stand around and watch us do all the work.
What? I have heard that someone from House Gautier, one of the Kingdom of Fargus's noble families, is causing some sort of commotion. What a complete disgrace to the nobility.
Okay.
Professor, please leave Sylvain alone for the time being. The thing is, the bandit's leader who stole the relic is Sylvain's disinherited older brother.
I have a request. Hail, Professor. If I may introduce myself, I am Gilbert. My life has been spent as a dedicated knight. I am to accompany you on your assignment. I may have slowed a step in recent years, but I pledge to you the full extent of my abilities.
It's a pleasure to meet you.
No, Professor. The pleasure is all mine, I assure you.
Alright, almost done. Sure, I'm missing items.
Professor, I've been hearing about you a lot lately. Word on the street is you wield some amazing sword. If you ever want to sell it to me, I pay top G. Just kidding. Sorta. It's, not for sale, is it?
No. A nice try. Feather pillow. That's obviously Linhardt. Linhardt would be this way. Where was Linhardt again? Right.
Were you using... Oh!
And let's go to Bernadetta. Oh, it shows you on the map who gets the item.
Thank you. I appreciate your effort.
Alright. And let's go eat and call it a day. Marianne? No, Marianne. Petra and Sylvain. Dorothea needs a lot of stuff. Like Dorothea needs to go with Edelgard. Ferdinand, Marianne, and Bailiff. Oh, there's Ferdinand.
Delicious.
I like this dish.
Let's see. Edelgard and Caspar, Petra, Constance. No. Okay. Petra and Hubert and Dorothea. Sylvain, Bernadetta, Dorothea. Marianne. Yuri and Happy.
I've eaten many meals in my time.
Wow.
And the last one is definitely going to be Dorothea with Hilgard. Is anyone I'm missing? Missing Sylvain and Petra. But I don't have enough for both of them, so... Okay.
Oh, I think.
We're going to call it here then. When we come back, Bailiff and Marianne? Yes, and Marianne. Edelgard and Dorothea. And Ferdinand and Dorothea. No, Ferdinand and Marianne. Hopefully I'll be able to recruit I'll be able to actually recruit Marianne this time. So, until next time, thank you very much for watching. If you like this video, please give me a like, share, comment, and subscribe. It always helps me out. And as always, have a good day, and take care.